Black Friday is over and we've had some great deals, but now it's time for even more discounts on Cyber Monday. So let's jump in together and see what games are worth getting in our opinion. Cue the intro. Let's start with the deal of the day, tactical multiplayer shooter Onward. To this day, it's regarded as being one of the best games you can play with friends, and before you think to yourself, what about Pavlov? They're quite different, and while both are great, if you're looking for a more realistic and operations-focused title, then Onward is the right choice for you. It's now at a 40% discount at just $14.99, so if you are thinking of getting it, now's a great time. If you're the type of person that enjoys games with a great atmosphere, really cool aesthetics, and an intriguing story, then first-person shooter game Lies Beneath might become your new favorite. On top of that, the combat and occasional puzzle solving will ensure you're never bored while playing through it. In terms of mechanics and interaction, the game shines even brighter because the developers have really thought out every tiny detail to work great for the medium it was meant for. So, VR. The game is normally $30, but with the current 40% off deal, you can get it for just $17.99. The next title I would consider a great deal right now is The Wizard Dark Times. This sequel enhances the game in pretty much every way possible compared to the first one, and will have you on a journey through the plague-ridden realms of Meliora. The game has a pretty linear design for the most part, but the plot is well thought out to fit that style. As with the first title in this series, what makes it so fun is the magic casting mechanic, which is gesture-based and feels really cool while doing it, especially when being able to take down enemies way bigger than yourself. Dark Times is now available at a 30% discount, which brings it down to a respectable $15.99. While the previous titles were fairly stationary ones, I thought a bit of exercise can't hurt. So it's why I'm recommending Racket NX, a futuristic squash meets Tron title which will have you sweating in no time. The visual style is fantastic and the physics and mechanics of the game are great. It also received an update since launch that added co-op and crossplay, so you don't need to be alone in the dome anymore. As with any VR games in my opinion, playing it with friends makes it 1,000 times better, and with it being 35% off at just $12.99, it's an absolute steal if you enjoy moving a bit during your gaming sessions. Speaking of steals, a super fun title that offers both first-person and top-down modes, depending on your preference and tolerance to motion sickness, is Mini Motor Racing X. Although I do prefer Dash Dash World for my dose of Mario Kart and VR goodness, Mini Motor Racing X is still incredibly fun and offers a great time for beginners and more experienced players altogether. The great thing is that it's not normally an expensive game anyway at just $15. But with the current deal, you'll only be paying $9 for it, and I can all but guarantee you'll get your money's worth. Going back into spooky territory for a bit, I know that Halloween is already over, but I can't overlook Wraith the Oblivion. It's a great title that doesn't get as much attention as it should in my opinion. You play as a ghost trying to uncover a mystery, and the game looks and feels great. The voice acting is terrific and I was really immersed, even though I'm not generally crazy about scary games. And I think the reason is that the atmosphere is just so good that the story drags you in and keeps you craving more. The game is now just $17.99, so if you're a fan of the genre, jump on it. But I can understand that not everyone is for dark, creepy hallways, so let's go way higher, through the clouds in Ultra Wings. Although the game looks fairly simplistic in the trailers, the physics and flight mechanics feel brilliant, and all of the challenges make it thrilling to keep going back and trying to beat your own times. Same as with Mini Motor Racing X, this title was absolutely worth it even at full price. But now it's just something you need to have in your library because it's just $8.99. Another game that may not look as appealing as it actually is, Ninja Legends, is one that I've had so much fun in. And if you've been a subscriber for a while, you may have seen my review of it on the channel. If you're not, maybe take care of that really quick. I'll wait. Moving on, the graphics aren't anything mind-blowing, but what makes it so good is the fighting mechanics, which is so much fun and I couldn't stop playing when I first got it. And one more round always ended up turning into at least one more hour. Ninja Legends has a 35% off deal right now, retailing for just $13 bills, yo. Moving on to the Quest Essentials pack, we have 4 games which are indeed worth trying out and having in your library. Let's quickly check out the games. If topspin, forehand drive and backswing are things which sound familiar, 11 Table Tennis will not disappoint you. Whether you want to practice with an advanced AI or join other players online, you'll pretty much forget that you're in VR in this game. Great physics, great tracking, and bonus points for being able to use controller paddles for even better immersion. There's a link to one very similar to what I use in the description. The game has quite the number of settings to choose from and tailor to your exact liking, and it will really transform the experience. It's also a great workout and will for sure make your blood pump. Next up, grab some chalk, put on some gloves and face your fear of heights, if any, because you're going for the climb. You'll get access to 3 gorgeous levels which have both day and night versions, with 5 levels of complexity for each one, going from a breeze to a real challenge. A big up, pun totally intended, for the game is the ghost system, which enables you to compete with friends and other people online, going up in the ladders and also unlocking more gear. Last but not least, the tourist mode is pretty useful for when you want to brag, share the experience with friends, because it makes it easier for VR rookies to digest. If a good scare is something that you're looking for, then the next game is going to tickle your fancy, and it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, if you don't know anything about the Five Nights universe, it's a series of horror games based on the locations of Freddy's chain of pizza restaurants. You can check out a browser version at the link in the description. The game is basically a collection of mini-games based on VR reinterpretations of the original game. So if you played and enjoyed the original one, be sure not to miss this one. Even after playing so many VR games, some of them just have that something that makes you unable to just play it for a few minutes. The final game in this bundle, In Death Unchained, is exactly that type of experience, and it keeps getting better and better as the devs keep adding more levels and challenges. The bow and arrow mechanics are very good and the spatial audio is excellently designed. So if you hear something behind you, better cock your bow. Oh, sorry, I said cock. Oh, I did it again. Anyway, turn around and get ready to shoot is what I meant. To wrap up the Quest Essentials pack, which includes these 4 games, Cyber Monday brings a discount of 36%, coming in at $69.97 instead of the normal price tag of $109.96. That's it for games, but the Black Friday deals I mentioned in this video right here for VRCover and ProTube are still active right now. So you still have a chance to grab those discounts if you're looking for a facial interface replacement for your Quest 2 or an awesome gun stock to use with your new copy of Onward. The links are below, and as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Cheers guys!